Tonight, we begin a gentle journey together. A journey that promises to transform the feeling of solitude from something you might endure into something you will cherish. A space of profound peace and deep connection with your own beautiful spirit. Over the next 2 hours, this time that is just for you, we will learn to turn the quiet around you into a sanctuary within you, so that by the end of our time together, you will carry a tranquility so deep, it will effortlessly guide you into the most restorative sleep. So let us begin to prepare. Find your quiet space now, a place where you will not be disturbed. Turn off your phone, perhaps dim the lights, remove all distractions from the world outside, because we are about to enter the world within. Lie down comfortably on your back, or if you prefer, sit with your back straight in a way that feels supportive and easy. Let your hands rest gently by your sides, or in your lap, palms facing up in a gesture of receiving. And now, close your eyes. Let us take 3 deep breaths together to signal to your body and to your soul that it is time to let go. Breathe in deeply through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for just a moment, and now sigh it all out through your mouth, releasing the day. Another deep breath in, drawing in peace and stillness. And as you exhale, let go of any tension you might be holding in your shoulders or your jaw. One final deep breath, the deepest one yet, and release it slowly, so slowly, letting the last of your concerns drift away with the air. Good. Nothing can disturb you now. Nothing is required of you. The next 2 hours belong only to you, a sacred time for rest, for discovery, and for deep healing. You are safe here. You are protected, and you are deeply cared for. You have lived so much and understand so much about this life, and you deserve this time of absolute peace. Let these words enter your heart. We often think of solitude as an empty room, a place defined by what is absent. But for so many of us, when we first step into that quiet, we discover it is not empty at all. In fact, it can feel like the most crowded and the noisiest room we have ever been in. This is the first story we will explore together, the story of the crowded room within. Just for a moment, I want you to imagine your mind as a physical space, a large, comfortable room. For most of the day, the doors and windows of this room are wide open. The sounds of the world pour in, the news, the conversations, the traffic, the demands of life. The room is so full of this outside noise that we rarely notice who is already inside. But now, as you lie here in the quiet, as you have closed the doors to the world outside, you can begin to hear the inhabitants of your own inner room. Listen gently, without any judgment. You may hear a voice that is making a list, planning for tomorrow or for next week, worrying about what needs to be done. This is the planner, a tireless guest who believes that if it just organizes everything perfectly, you will finally be safe. It means well, but it is so very tired. There might be another voice, one that is replaying a conversation from yesterday or from years ago. It goes over and over the words. What was said? What should have been said? This is the historian, always looking backwards, trying to make sense of the past. It holds on to things so tightly. Perhaps you hear a critic, a voice that points out your flaws, your mistakes. It compares you to others. This voice is often the loudest and the most painful. But if you listen very closely, underneath its harsh words, you might hear that it is just very, very afraid. These voices, and many others, are the guests in your inner room. They are not you. They are patterns of energy, habits of thought that have been living there for a very long time. It is no wonder that when you seek silence, you find this noisy crowd instead. It is not a failing on your part. It is simply the nature of a mind that has worked so hard for so many years. You are such a wise soul to even take this time to notice what is happening within. It takes courage to sit still and listen. Take a deep breath and release. For now, our work is not to silence these voices or to force them to leave the room. That would be a struggle. And tonight is not for struggling. Tonight is for softening, for allowing. Our only task right now is to notice a simple truth. While all these voices are talking, what are they talking in? They are talking in a space, the room itself. While the planner makes its lists, and the historian replays its memories, and the critic whispers its fears, the room itself does nothing. It simply holds them all. The walls do not complain. The floor does not protest. The air in a room does not argue. The room is the quiet witness to all the noise. Repeat after me in your mind. I am not the noise. I am the quiet room that holds the noise. Tell yourself quietly, all of these voices are welcome here, but they are not me. The great secret to finding peace in solitude is this. You shift your attention from the noisy guests to the peaceful room that contains them. You are that room. You are the stillness. You are the silence that was here before the first thought arrived, and will be here after the last thought fades. You are a beautiful being who deserves love, especially from yourself. Allow this realization to be an act of love. You stop identifying with the frantic guests, and you remember your true nature as the spacious, silent, peaceful host. Feel that for a moment. Feel the gentle truth of it. You are not the worry. You are the stillness that the worry is moving through. You are not the memory. You are the silence in which the memory appears. You are not the plan. You are the vast, open awareness that allows the plan to be made. Pause here, take a deep breath, and release. Let the voices continue if they must. Let them chatter away in the corner. You do not need to serve them tea. You do not need to engage them in conversation. You can simply rest, as the room itself. Feel the physical reality of this room now. Feel your body. This body is the anchor to your quiet stillness. Feel the weight of it, resting comfortably, held by the surface beneath you. The body is not planning. The body is not worrying. It is simply here, breathing. Bring your awareness to your hands. Are they warm or cool? Can you feel the gentle tingling of life in your fingertips? Your hands have done so much. Now they are at rest. They are quiet. They are simply part of the peaceful room of your being. Bring your awareness to your feet. Feel them resting. They have carried you through so many days, on so many journeys. Tonight, their journey is over. They are still, peaceful, held. The noise in the mind may continue for a while, like the last few guests at a party who don't know it's time to go home. That is perfectly all right. Let them be. Your attention is shifting now, deeper and deeper, away from the noise and into the profound, unshakable stillness that is your true home. The stillness of the room itself, the stillness of your breath as it flows in and out, a gentle tide of life, the stillness of your heart beating steadily, a quiet drum in the center of your being, the stillness of the very air around you. This is the beginning of peace in solitude, not an empty peace, but a full one, a peace that is large enough to hold all the noise, all the history, all the fears, without being disturbed. It is a peace that has been waiting for you patiently your entire life, and you have found your way back to it now, because you are worthy of all the best things in life, and peace is the very best of them all. Rest now. Rest in your own quiet room. The chatter will fade, the guests will grow tired, and you will remain peaceful, still, and ready for deep, healing rest. And as the quiet in your inner room deepens, as the noisy guests begin to settle down, you might notice another, more subtle feeling begin to surface. It is a quiet question, a whisper from a place deep within, the feeling that asks, if no one is watching, do I still matter? If my day is not witnessed, did it truly happen? This is a very old feeling, one we learned so early in life. We learn to look into the faces of others to see our own reflection. We learn that our worth is something that is given to us through praise, through attention, through being needed. And so, when we find ourselves in true solitude, it can feel as though we have become invisible, forgotten. This brings us to our next story, a story to soothe this deep and tender part of you. This is the story of the unseen flower. I want you to imagine a forest, vast and ancient, so deep and remote that no human foot has ever touched its soil. The sunlight filters down through a canopy of enormous leaves, dappling the ground in soft patterns of light and shadow. The air is clean and smells of damp earth and of life growing undisturbed. And there, in a tiny clearing, warmed by a single shaft of sunlight, grows a flower. It is a flower that has no name, for no one has ever been there to name it. But it is the most exquisite flower you can imagine. Its petals are a color you have never seen before, perhaps a deep, velvety violet at the edges, fading into a soft, luminous blue near the center. Each petal is perfectly formed, soft as silk, and in the heart of the flower, a sprinkle of what looks like golden dust shimmers in the light. A single drop of morning dew rests on one of its leaves, a tiny jewel reflecting the entire forest. The flower is not small and shy, nor is it large and loud. It is simply, perfectly, itself. Now, let me ask you this. Is the flower beautiful? Of course it is. Its beauty is absolute. It is a fact, like the sun in the sky. But no one is there to see it. No poet is there to write about its color. No painter is there to capture its form. No person is there to say, "Oh, how beautiful." Does the flower's beauty diminish because it is unseen? Does the lack of an audience make its petals any less perfect? Does the silence of the forest make its golden center any less bright? No, of course not. The flower is not beautiful for anyone. It is not performing its beauty. It is simply being what it is. It is expressing the life that flows through it, effortlessly, joyfully. It blooms because that is its nature. Its value is not in being seen. Its value is in its being. You have lived so much and understand so much about this life. You know this truth in your bones, even if the world has made you forget. Your worth is not a performance. Repeat after me in your mind. My value is in my being, not in being seen. For so many years, you have been blooming for others. You have been the dedicated parent, the loyal friend, the responsible partner, the hard-working person. You have shaped your petals to please the eyes of the world. You have turned your face toward the sun of approval. And this is a beautiful thing. It is a life of love and connection. But it can also be tiring, so very tiring. Tonight, you are invited to stop performing. You are invited to discover the peace of being the unseen flower, to know that even here, in the quiet, in the darkness, your unique and unrepeatable beauty is completely whole. It is not diminished. In fact, in this quiet stillness, it may finally have the space to be fully felt by you. You are a beautiful being who deserves love. Most of all, the love that comes from your own recognition. This is the deepest love of all. Tell yourself quietly, I bloom for myself. Feel the truth of this in your body. Let this idea be more than just a thought. Let it be a feeling that spreads through you like a gentle warmth. Feel it in your heart, a quiet unfolding, a release of the need to be anything for anyone else right now. You are not a mother or a father, not a wife or a husband, not a worker or a neighbor. Tonight, you are simply a soul, blooming in the quiet safety of this moment. The flower in the forest does not worry if it is blooming correctly. It does not compare itself to the tall trees or the busy ants. It wastes no energy, wishing it were growing in a beautiful garden to be admired. It simply draws what it needs from the rich earth, from the clean rain, from the warm sun, and it becomes itself. Pause here, take a deep breath, and release. What nourishes you when no one is watching? It is not praise. It is not thanks. It is not admiration. What truly nourishes you is your own breath, this soft tide flowing in and out, a gift you receive with every moment. What nourishes you is this feeling of rest, of your body being held, supported, safe. What nourishes you is your own kindness, the simple act of allowing yourself this time, of speaking gently to your own heart. This is your sun, your rain, your rich dark soil. This is all you need to bloom. You are such a wise soul. You are beginning to remember this ancient truth that was born into you, that you are enough, just as you are, here, now, unseen, and completely, perfectly whole. Let go of the day. Let go of all the faces you have worn. Let go of all the roles you have played. They will be there for you tomorrow if you need them. But tonight, you are the secret flower, resting in your own quiet beauty. You do not need to do anything to be worthy of this rest. You do not need to prove anything to deserve this peace. Your being is your worth. Your existence is your beauty. The life within you is your purpose for this moment. Rest now. Rest in the quiet clearing of your own heart. Let the world outside fade away. Let the need to be seen dissolve. There is only the soft darkness, the gentle air, and the quiet certain knowledge of your own deep and inherent worth, blooming just for you, peacefully, quietly, resting here in the quiet beauty of your own being, like the unseen flower in the deep forest, whole and complete in yourself. And as you settle into this feeling of self-acceptance, a gentle peace begins to fill you. But perhaps, even in this peace, you notice something else from a much deeper place, a faint tremor, a subtle ache, an old familiar sadness that can sometimes arise when you are truly alone. It is the quiet ache of loneliness, the feeling stain left behind by all the goodbyes a long life holds. This is a very tender place in the human heart, and we will approach it with the utmost kindness. You have lived so much and understand so much about this life. Your heart has held lifetimes of joy and sorrow. It is a testament to your strength that you can feel these things so deeply and still seek peace. To understand this feeling, let us tell another story. The story of the old echo in an empty house. Imagine your heart, your being, is like a grand and beautiful house. A house with strong foundations, built to last. It has many rooms, each one holding the memory of a different season of your life. There are rooms filled with the light of laughter, rooms that still hold the warmth of love, rooms where you worked and rooms where you rested. It is your house. You know every floorboard, every window. And for many years, this house was full of life. The sounds of family, of friends, of comings and goings. The doors opened and closed. The hallways bustled with energy. But life moves on, as it always does. Children grow up. Friends move away. Loved ones depart on their own journeys. And now, the house has fallen quiet. It is not a bad thing, this quiet. It is a natural season, a time for rest. But as you sit here, in the stillness of your own beautiful house, you begin to hear things. You are not hearing them with your ears, but with your heart. From an upstairs room, you might hear the faint sound of a floorboard creaking, the echo of a child who once ran there, full of life, a sound that now brings a pang of sweetness and of loss. From down the long hallway, you might hear the whisper of a long-ago conversation, words of love or of argument, still hanging in the air like dust motes in a sunbeam. Perhaps you hear the most difficult sound of all, the faint, distant click of a front door closing for the final time, an echo of a goodbye that still reverberates through the structure of the house. These sounds can feel so real, so present, that they make the quiet house feel haunted by absence. They can make the stillness feel like emptiness, and the solitude feel like abandonment. But here is the secret we are here to learn tonight. These are only echoes. What is an echo? An echo is the remnant of a sound. It is the reflection of a vibration whose source is long gone. The child is not running upstairs. Now. The conversation is not happening now. The door is not closing now. All that remains is a memory, a faint ripple in the air. An echo has no substance. An echo cannot touch you. It is a ghost of a sound and nothing more. Repeat after me in your mind. These are only echoes. The past is not happening now. The sadness you feel when these echoes rise is real. Of course it is. It is the heart's memory of love. But the event itself, the source of the sound, is over. What you are experiencing is not abandonment. Today, you are experiencing the echo of a farewell from yesterday. You are such a wise soul to be able to sit with these feelings, to begin to see them not as your present reality, but as old weather passing through the rooms of your heart. Let's not try to fight these echoes or pretend they are not there. That would be like trying to shout down the wind. Instead, we are going to change our relationship to them. As you rest here, in the quiet of your house, let an echo arise, a feeling of sadness, of being left behind. Do not run from it. Do not collapse into it. Simply notice it and say to it, silently, "Ah, I hear you. You are the echo of a goodbye. I remember that sound." That's all. You acknowledge it, like you would acknowledge the sound of the wind outside your window. You give it a little nod of recognition, and then you bring your attention back to what is real in the house, right now. What is real, right now? Feel the blanket that covers you. Is it soft? Is it warm? This is real. This is now. The blanket is not an echo. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your own chest as you breathe in and out. This breath is real. It is happening in this moment. It is the sound of life, here and now. Feel the solid surface beneath you, the bed, the mattress, holding you, supporting you completely. This support is real. You are being held right now. You are not alone in this moment. You are being held by the present. Pause here. Take a deep breath and release, letting it anchor you even more deeply into the now. The echoes of the past may continue to murmur for a while. That is their nature. But they begin to lose their power when you stop believing they are happening now. You stop mistaking the memory of the storm for the storm itself. You are safe inside your house. The walls are strong. The foundation is deep. And you are here, the quiet, steady, conscious presence that owns the house. You are the one who is aware of the echoes. And because you are aware of them, you cannot be them. Tell yourself quietly, I am the house. I am not the echo. I am safe in the here and now. You are worthy of all the best things in life, and that includes a present moment that is free from the sorrows of the past. You honor the past not by reliving its pain, but by living in the peace that you have so dearly earned. So rest now in your grand and quiet house. Let the old sounds come and go. They are just a part of the house's history, its story. They are proof of a life lived fully, of a heart that was brave enough to love. But they are not your present or your future. Your present is this breath, this warmth, this stillness. Let the echoes fade into the background, becoming fainter and fainter as you sink deeper and deeper into the quiet comfort of this moment. The house is at peace. The halls are still. The doors are closed to the past, and you are safe. You are home, here, now, resting, deeply resting. And so you rest, here in your own quiet house, anchored in the peaceful reality of this present moment. The old echoes have faded into the deep silence of the past, and you are simply here, breathing, warm, and safe. It is a profound relief to arrive in this place of stillness. But now that you are here, I want you to notice something very gently. As you rest in this inner quiet, I want you to bring your awareness to your hands. Not just the physical hands, but your inner hands, the hands of your soul. Notice if they are holding anything. So often, even when we find a moment of peace, we are still clenching our fists around certain things, without even realizing we are doing it. We hold on to worries about tomorrow, like small, heavy stones. We carry old hurts or regrets like jagged rocks that press into our palms. We clutch our endless lists of things to do, our anxieties, our fears. We've been holding them for so long that the weight feels normal. The tension in our grip feels familiar. But tonight, we are going to learn to open our hands. You are so ready to let go of what no longer serves you. This readiness is a sign of your deep wisdom. This is the next part of our journey, the story of the river and the stones. From your quiet house, I want you to imagine a soft, mossy path appearing before you. It leads from your doorstep into a gentle, peaceful twilight. You don't have to get up. Your body can remain perfectly still and relaxed. Only your awareness is going to take a walk. Step onto this path. The moss is soft and cool beneath your feet. The air is calm and filled with the gentle scent of pine and damp earth. This is a safe path, a path that leads to release. As you walk, you become aware again of the stones you are carrying. Feel their weight in your hands. One might feel heavy and dense, That is a worry about the future. Another might feel sharp and cold. That is a lingering resentment. Another might be a small, gritty pebble of self-criticism. You don't need to analyze them or judge them. Just acknowledge them. You have carried these burdens long enough. It shows your incredible strength that you could hold so much for so long. But your strength is now needed for something new, for the courage to let go. The path opens up ahead, and you can hear a new sound, a gentle, steady murmuring. It is the sound of moving water. You walk a few more steps, and there it is, a beautiful wide river. It is not a violent, rushing river. It flows with a deep, quiet, unstoppable power. The water is clear, and it catches the last light of the evening sky. This river is the great flow of life itself. It is the flow of your own breath. It is always moving, always cleansing, always letting go. It knows exactly what to do with things that are old and heavy. Walk to the river's edge and sit down on a smooth, warm rock at the bank. The air here feels so clean. The sound of the water is so soothing. Now, look at the stones in your hands. Let's just choose one. Perhaps the heaviest one. The one that represents a worry you have been carrying about something you cannot control. Feel its weight, its texture, see its color. You have held it so tightly, trying to manage it, trying to solve it. And now, you are going to give it to the river. Repeat after me in your mind. I release what is heavy. I trust the flow. Slowly, so slowly, begin to uncurl your fingers, one by one. Feel the release of tension in your palm, in your wrist, in your arm. It might feel strange at first to let go of something so familiar, but as your hand opens, you offer the stone to the air, and then you simply let it drop. Listen. There is a small sound, a gentle plop. As the stone enters the water, it is a sound of release. Watch the ripples spread out from where it landed, circles of letting go, expanding across the surface of the water. And then, the stone is gone. It sinks into the deep, steady current. You do not have to do anything else. The river has it now. The current will carry it, tumble it, smooth its sharp edges, and over time, the river will break it down, dissolve it, until that heavy stone becomes nothing more than a tiny grain of sand on the riverbed. The river knows how to do this. You can trust it. Pause here. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, imagine the last of that worry flowing out of you, joining the river. Now, let's choose another stone. Perhaps that sharp one, an old hurt, a memory that still stings when you touch it. You have held it for protection, perhaps, as a reminder not to be hurt again. But its sharpness has been hurting you. Tell yourself quietly, it is safe to let this go now. Uncurl your fingers, open your hand, and release this one too. Let it fall into the cleansing water. Plop. The ripples spread, and the river accepts the stone as well. It takes the sharpness, the sting, the memory, and carries it away to be softened, to be healed, to be dissolved into the great flow of time. Your hands are feeling lighter now, emptier. Take a moment to feel this new emptiness. It is not a scary emptiness. It is a peaceful emptiness, an open space. With your hands now open, you can feel the gentle evening breeze on your skin. You can feel the warmth of the air. You were unable to feel these things when your fists were clenched. You are worthy of a life of lightness and ease. Letting go is not a loss. It is making space for peace to arrive. One by one, release the other stones you are carrying, the little pebbles of doubt, the larger rocks of responsibility that are not yours to carry. With each release, feel your body becoming lighter. Feel your shoulders dropping, your jaw softening. Let your whole being begin to feel like the river itself, flowing, moving, letting go of everything it touches, effortlessly. Your breath is the current. With every exhale, you release, you let go, you flow onward. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to clench, nothing to manage. You are the flow. Rest now, by the side of this healing river. Your hands are open. Your heart is light. The water murmurs its ancient soothing song. A song of release. A song of peace. Let the sound of the water wash through you, cleansing the last remnants of tension, carrying away any thoughts that may try to arise. There is only the sound and the feeling of lightness and the steady, gentle flow of your own breath, carrying you now, drifting downstream toward the deep, calm ocean of sleep, lighter and lighter, letting go. As you rest by the water's edge, your hands open and light. The last colors of twilight fade from the sky. The world around you settles into a deep and peaceful darkness. The gentle murmuring of the river is the only sound, a soft, constant lullaby. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. There is only this perfect, profound stillness. And in this stillness, I want you to lift your gaze, not with your eyes, but with your awareness. Lift your attention upward into the vast velvet darkness of the night sky. And there, hanging like a perfect silver coin in the deep quiet, is the moon. Perhaps tonight it is a full, luminous circle. Or maybe it is a slender, smiling crescent. It does not matter. Just see it there, serene, steady, silent. For a moment, just watch it. It travels its slow, silent journey across the sky. It asks for nothing. It makes no sound. It simply is. This brings us to our story for this moment. A story to dissolve the very last and most subtle of our burdens. This is the story of the moon in its own light. The moon is shining. But who is it shining for? Is it shining for the river, which reflects its light so beautifully? Is it shining for the ancient trees, whose leaves are now tipped in silver? Is it shining for a lone owl, gliding silently through the night? It shines on them all, but it does not shine for them. The moon does not need an audience. It does not wait for applause. It does not check to see if anyone is looking up. It does not worry that the clouds might drift across its face and hide it for a while. It simply hangs in the endless, quiet darkness, and it shines. Its nature is to shine. You have lived so much and understand so much about this life. You have spent so many years being a sun for other people. You have poured your warmth, your energy, your light onto your children, your partner, your work, your friends. You have helped them grow. You have brightened their worlds. And that is a life of incredible love and purpose. But in doing so, we can sometimes forget that we are also the moon. We can forget that we have a light of our own that does not need to be directed at anyone. A light that shines simply because it is our nature to be who we are. We have become so accustomed to seeing our value reflected in the eyes of others that when those eyes are not upon us, we can feel dark, invisible, just as we explored with the unseen flower. But the moon teaches us a deeper truth. The moon's light is soft, gentle, and quiet. It does not try to be the sun. It has a beauty all its own. And it shines whether anyone on earth is awake to see it or not. Repeat after me in your mind. I am enough in my own light. You have spent a lifetime performing, not in a false way, but in the way we must. We perform the role of a capable person, a loving family member, a responsible citizen. These roles are important, but they require an audience. They require an exchange of energy. And tonight, the performance is over. The theater is empty. The audience has gone home, and you are left in the quiet on the empty stage. And you are invited to discover that you are still shining. This is your own gentle silver light. It is the light of your quiet wisdom, the light of your deep and resilient heart, the light of your unique soul. It doesn't need to be bright and fiery like the sun. It is a peaceful, knowing glow. Tell yourself quietly, I release the need for applause. The world has taught you to measure your worth by what you do, by what you give, by how you are seen. The moon teaches us to find value in simply being. Think of the moon's phases. Sometimes it is full, luminous, the queen of the night sky. And we feel like that in our lives sometimes, full of energy, accomplishment, and connection. But then, the moon wanes. It becomes a half moon, then a delicate sliver, and finally, it disappears entirely. The new moon, resting in the darkness. Is the moon any less the moon when it is a tiny crescent than when it is full? Is it a failure when it enters its dark phase? No, of course not. It is simply in a different part of its journey. It is resting, gathering its energy in the dark. We understand this is a natural cycle, a perfect and necessary rhythm. You are a beautiful being who deserves love, and you deserve to grant yourself the same grace. There are times in your life for being the full moon, bright and visible. And there are times for being the new moon, resting quietly in your own solitude, unseen, and yet still completely whole, still perfectly you. This time of quiet in your life, this solitude, is not an ending. It is your time of the new moon, a sacred time of rest and renewal. Pause here. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, feel yourself letting go of any pressure to be the full moon tonight. You are such a wise soul to have come this far on your journey. You are beginning to understand that your worth is not a performance. It is a presence. And now, let us go one step deeper. I invite you to stop just looking at the moon and to feel what it is like to be the moon. Feel your awareness floating up out of your body and gently merging with that silver orb in the sky. Feel what it is like to hang suspended in the vast, silent, velvet darkness. There is no effort here, no striving, no need to prove anything. There is just a quiet, luminous, peaceful being. You look down and you see the whole world sleeping below you. The mountains and the oceans, the forests and the cities. You bathe them all in a soft, impartial, loving light. You are not trying to fix them. You are not trying to change them. You are simply holding them in your gentle, silvery gaze. You are the quiet witness of the night. Feel this profound peace, this deep sense of purpose that has nothing to do with doing and everything to do with being. Your worth is not measured by the eyes of others. It is as vast and as quiet as the night sky itself. Stay here for a while, as the moon, floating, peaceful, luminous. And now, gently, bring that feeling back with you. Feel that soft, silvery moonlight filling your own body, as if you have swallowed the moon itself. Let it fill your head with quiet thoughts. Let it fill your heart with a peaceful glow. Let it spread through your arms and legs, a soothing, healing, silver light. This light needs nothing from anyone. It is self-contained. It is whole. It is your own. Rest now, bathed in your own gentle light. The need for the world to see you has fallen away. You see yourself, and that is enough. You know your own worth, and that is everything. You are the moon, in its quiet, perfect phase of rest, shining, softly, peacefully, for no one but yourself, drifting now, in your own quiet light, into a deep, silver sleep. You are resting in your own gentle light, a quiet moon hanging in the vast, peaceful sky of your own being. The need to be seen, the need to be praised, has dissolved into this soft, silvery glow. There is a deep contentment in this, a quiet joy in simply being, feeling your own presence fill the space around you. And as you rest here, in this luminous peace, notice a subtle shift in the air, a deep stillness that comes before a change. The silver light of the moon begins to soften, as if a thin veil of mist is being drawn across the sky. The air grows cooler, and it carries a new scent, a clean, earthy smell, the smell of thirsty ground about to receive a gift. Look up into the sky of your awareness and see that soft gray clouds have begun to gather. They are not dark or angry clouds. They are like a great soft blanket being pulled across the night. They are heavy with moisture, heavy with the promise of release and renewal. There is no fear in this gathering darkness, only a deep sense of anticipation, a feeling that something necessary and healing is about to happen. You have lived so much and understand so much about this life. You know that the land needs the rain. You know that periods of quiet darkness are what allow the world to be washed clean. And then you feel it, a single drop of water on your skin, then another, and another. The rain has begun. It is not a harsh or driving rain. It is a gentle, steady, cleansing rain. Listen to the sound it makes. At first, it is the soft patter of individual drops, each one a tiny note in a vast symphony of peace. Tip, tap, on the leaves of the trees. Plink, plop, on the surface of the quiet river. A soft drumming on the roof of your own inner house. Let this sound be the only thing in your awareness. It is the sound of the world being hushed, the sound of release. Now, the drops begin to merge, creating a steady, soothing whisper, a constant shh sound that washes through the entire landscape of your being. It is the most peaceful sound in the world, a sound that says, rest, let go. All is being taken care of. This rain is not just falling on the world outside. It is falling on the world inside you. This is a deep cleansing of the soul. Feel this gentle, healing rain as it begins to wash away all that has become old and dusty and tired within you. Imagine it washing over the beautiful house of your heart. It cleanses the windows of your perception, so you can see the world with fresh eyes. It washes the dust of old sorrows from the corners of every room. The echoes of the past that we spoke of, this gentle rain soaks into the very walls, softening those old vibrations until they are no longer sharp echoes, but just a quiet, integrated part of the house's history. The whole house breathes a sigh of relief, feeling clean and clear and new again. Repeat after me in your mind. I release the dust of yesterday. The rain continues to fall, steady and soft. Now feel it washing over the mossy path that leads to the river. It washes away the tired footprints of your worries. It cleanses the place where you sat and held those heavy stones. It washes the memory of their weight from the air itself. leaving the path fresh and green and new. Pause here. Take a deep breath. And as you release it, feel a wave of cleansing energy flow through your entire body. You are a beautiful being who deserves love. And this cleansing is an act of profound self-love. You are allowing the old and stagnant to be washed away, making space for a deeper peace. Let the rain wash over the surface of your skin, not with water, but with a feeling of release. Feel it washing away the residue of the day's tensions, washing away the feel of other people's expectations, washing away the mask you have to wear for the world. Underneath it all is just you, pure, clean, authentic. Tell yourself quietly, I am fresh, I am new, I am clear. The rain is falling on your thoughts. It does not wash the thoughts away by force. It simply softens their edges. The sharp, anxious thoughts become blurred and indistinct. The repetitive circular thoughts are gently loosened and allowed to flow away. Your mind becomes like a clean sky after a long, refreshing shower. Spacious, open, and incredibly quiet. You are such a wise soul to welcome this process. Many people run from the rain, fearing the feelings it might bring up, but you are sitting still and allowing it to bring you its gift of renewal. You know it is not destroying anything. It is only cleansing. And now, the rain begins to soften even more. The steady shower becomes a gentle drizzle. The drumming sound fades back into a soft patter of individual drops. The great release is complete. The clouds begin to part, and a single ray of moonlight shines through, illuminating a world that has been reborn. Everything is glistening. The leaves on the trees are a deeper green. The stones by the river are a darker gray. The air itself feels scrubbed clean, pure and easy to breathe. The world is quiet now, with a deep, saturated stillness. The only sound is the gentle dripping of water from the leaves, a peaceful, final melody of release. This is the state of your inner world now, clean, quiet, refreshed, at peace. All the dust of the past has been washed away. All the tension has been released. All that is left is a deep, clean, perfect stillness. This is the perfect state for deep restorative rest. There is nothing left to hold on to, nothing left to figure out. You have been washed clean, and you are ready for sleep. Rest now, in this clean, quiet, peaceful world. Let the last gentle drips of water be a lullaby, carrying you down, into a sleep as deep and as pure as the earth after a long, healing rain, clean and quiet and at peace. The world is quiet, washed clean. The gentle rain has passed, leaving behind a deep and profound stillness. The air itself feels new, and the earth beneath you feels soft and receptive. In this clean, refreshed silence, something new has room to grow. Not a thought, not a plan, but a feeling. A feeling of deep and quiet strength that has been waiting patiently beneath the surface of your life. Tonight, we will give this strength a form. We will cultivate it and reinforce it so that you can carry it with you always, not as an effort, but as your natural state of being. You have released what is heavy. You have let go of the need to be seen. You have been washed clean of the past. And now, you are ready to stand in your own power. A power that is found not in noise and action, but in the deepest solitude. This is the story of the ancient tree on the hill. Feel yourself resting here, in this clean, quiet darkness. And I want you to imagine a single point of energy deep within the center of your being. It is like a seed. It is small and quiet, but it contains everything you are, all of your history, all of your wisdom, all of your resilience. And now, feel this seed begin to awaken. From it, a root begins to emerge. It is not in a hurry. It pushes downward, slowly, steadily, into the darkness. This is not a physical feeling. It is a feeling in your awareness. Feel this grounding energy begin at the soles of your feet. A gentle, persistent force reaching down, down, into the deep, quiet, supportive earth beneath you. This is you, becoming the tree. Your legs are the beginning of the trunk, and your feet are the place where you connect to your own deep foundation. Let's follow these roots. Feel them spreading down and out, moving deeper into the soil. The soil is dark and cool and silent. This is the realm of your own deep history, your own inner being, a place no one else can see. The roots are not afraid of the darkness. They draw nourishment from it. Feel your roots pushing past layers of old memories, not stopping to analyze them, but simply using them as soil, drawing wisdom and strength from everything you have ever lived. You have lived so much and understand so much about this life. All of it, the joys and the sorrows, has become this rich earth that now feeds your growth. Deeper and deeper your roots go, anchoring you, holding you, making you unshakable. Feel this profound sense of stability. No matter what winds may blow on the surface, down here, in the deep, quiet earth of your own being, you are absolutely steady. You are absolutely safe. Repeat after me in your mind. I am anchored in my own being. Silently affirm. My strength comes from my own deep roots. This is the gift of solitude. It is the time we take to send our roots deep into our own soil. The world may demand that we grow flowers and fruits for it to see, but it is the unseen work of the roots that makes all of that possible. You are such a wise soul to be doing this work now, to be tending to your own foundation. Now, bring your awareness up from the deep roots and into the trunk of the tree. This is your body, your core. Feel the strength rising up from the earth, a solid, steady, quiet power that flows into your torso, your spine, your shoulders. You are a great, ancient tree, standing alone on a high hill. Your trunk is thick and strong. Feel the texture of your bark. It is weathered and grooved with the patterns of a long life. Each groove is a story, a winter endured, a summer enjoyed, a storm weathered. You do not hide these marks. They are your beauty. They are your history. They are proof of your resilience. You are worthy of all the best things in life, and that includes the profound self-respect that comes from knowing you have weathered your storms and are still standing. Stronger than before. Stand as the tree. Feel the quiet, immense dignity of it. The tree does not need to announce its strength. It simply is strong. It does not need to prove its worth. It simply is worthy. It stands in a state of quiet, powerful, unapologetic presence. And from this strong, stable trunk, feel your awareness now expanding outward into the great branches of the tree. Your arms, your head, they are the branches, reaching up toward the sky and out toward the world. The branches are not rigid. They are flexible. They know how to sway with the wind. They do not fight the forces of life. They move with them. Feel this combination of deep-rooted stability and flexible, open acceptance. This is true strength. And on your branches are the leaves, countless leaves. Feel them as a soft tingling in your fingertips and on the surface of your skin. The leaves are your connection to the world of light and air. They breathe for you. They receive the warmth of the sun. They are your senses, open to the world. Notice that the tree is not isolated. It is in constant, silent communion with everything around it. It feels the sun. It feels the wind. It feels the rain. It provides a home for birds, shade for the weary traveler. It gives of its presence freely, without ever leaving its own rooted place. This is how we can be in the world from a place of deep solitude. We do not need to leave our own center. We can remain deeply rooted in our own being and still reach out with love and presence. We give from our fullness, not from our need. Pause here. Take a deep breath. Imagine you are breathing in the clean air through every leaf. And as you exhale, release a gentle sigh of peace into the world. The tree does not worry. It does not plan. It lives in the deep reality of now. It feels the sun now. It feels the coolness of the night now. In the autumn, it does not cling to its leaves. It knows that it is time to let them go. And it releases them with a quiet grace, watching them dance to the ground. It trusts in the cycle. It knows that after the quiet rest of winter, new leaves will come again in the spring. Feel this deep trust in the cycles of your own life. There are times for growth and times for rest, times for fullness and times for letting go. All of it is natural. All of it is perfect. Rest now. As this ancient, wise, and peaceful tree, you are deeply rooted in your own strength. You are present and steady in your own being. You are open and connected to the world without ever losing yourself. You are the perfect balance of solitude and connection, of being and becoming, of deep roots and open sky. No storm can shake you now. No loneliness can touch you, because you are your own foundation. You are your own home. You are a source of peace for yourself and for the world. Feel this deep, quiet, living strength as you sink now into the deepest, most restorative rest, rooted and peaceful and whole. You are resting as the great tree, a silent, powerful presence on a high and lonely hill. Your roots are deep in the earth of your own being. Your trunk is solid with the strength of a life fully lived, and your branches are open to the vast, quiet sky. There is a profound peace in this rootedness, a deep knowing that you are your own foundation. You are your own home. And now, from this place of immense stability, let us go even deeper. A tree knows where to find water. Its deepest roots are always, instinctively, searching for that hidden source of life that nourishes it from below. I want you to bring your awareness back down through the solid trunk of your being, down into the complex and beautiful network of your roots. Feel them spreading through the silent, dark earth of your own soul. And let these roots sense for something more. A coolness, a different kind of silence, a deep, life-giving presence, deeper than your thoughts, deeper than your memories. There is a source, and your roots have found it. In the very center of your inner landscape, in a quiet, hidden courtyard that you had perhaps forgotten, stands an old stone well. It is not grand or ornate. It is simple, humble, and ancient. The stones are worn smooth by time and weather, and soft, green moss grows in the spaces between them. It has been here forever, waiting patiently for you to grow thirsty, waiting for you to remember it is here. You have such a deep and resourceful soul. This well has been waiting for you to remember it. Your body remains perfectly still, resting. but your awareness is now standing before this well. Feel the deep peace of this hidden place. The air is cool here, and so very still. This is the very heart of your solitude, a place of immense power and tranquility. Place your hands on the cool, worn stones of the well's edge and lean forward to look down. It is dark at first, but as your eyes adjust, you see it far below. A perfect circle of black, still water. It is so still that it looks like a polished stone. And then you see a single star reflected on its surface. It is the reflection of your own awareness, a tiny point of light in the vast quiet depths. This water is your own inner wisdom, your own endless supply of peace, your own creativity and resilience. For so long, you have looked for this water in the outer world. You have looked for it in the approval of others, in busyness, in distraction. You have hoped that someone else's rain would be enough to quench your thirst. And now, you have come home to your own deep and endless source. There is an old wooden bucket resting on the edge of the well, and a thick, soft rope is coiled beside it. This is your invitation to draw from your own deep resources. Take the bucket now. Feel the texture of the old wood. Place it over the opening and let it go. Listen. You can hear the rope whispering against the stones as the bucket descends. Down, down, down into the quiet darkness. It seems to take a long time, for your well is very deep. You are not just dropping it a few feet. You are sending it down past the surface level of your mind, past the everyday chatter, into the great, silent aquifer of your true self. And then you hear it, a soft, gentle plume. It is the sound of the bucket meeting the water, the sound of your intention being met by the deep peace within you. The sound itself is refreshing, a promise of nourishment. The bucket now floats on the dark, still surface. Let it rest there for a moment. Feel it gently tipping and filling with that pure, cool, ancient water. It fills effortlessly, for the source is abundant. It never runs dry. Now, take hold of the rope. Your hands are strong and sure. Begin to pull, hand over hand, slowly and steadily. The bucket is heavy now. It is heavy with substance, with real nourishment. This is not a fleeting pleasure from the outside world. This is the satisfying weight of your own inner truth. Feel the gentle rhythm of your work, the pulling of the rope, the steady turning of the old wooden wheel. This is the simple, sacred work of turning inward for what you need. It is the most rewarding work you will ever do. You are worthy of all the best things in life. And this inner nourishment is the greatest treasure of all. As the bucket rises, you see it emerge from the darkness into the soft light. It is full to the brim with water that is clear as glass, and so pure it seems to shimmer. You pull it over the edge of the well and set it down carefully on the stones. For a moment, just look at it. There are no impurities in this water. It is not muddied by the opinions of others. It is not clouded by fear or worry. It is the pure essence of your own peaceful spirit. Now, cup your hands and dip them into the bucket. The water is so cool. It is the most refreshing feeling you can imagine. Raise your hands and drink. Taste this water. It does not have a flavor, and yet it tastes of everything you have ever longed for. It tastes of peace, a deep, quiet calm that soothes every nerve in your body. It tastes of clarity, a knowingness that cuts through all confusion. It tastes of love, a profound and unconditional acceptance of your own being. It tastes of strength, a quiet resilience that can meet any of life's challenges. This is the water of your own soul, Repeat after me in your mind. Everything I need is already within me. Tell yourself quietly, I am connected to a deep and endless source of peace. Feel this cool, life-giving water as it enters your body. Feel it quenching a thirst you barely knew you had. It flows through you, not just through your physical body, but through your energy, your mind, your heart. It is a wave of pure, liquid peace, washing away any remaining feelings of neediness, of lack, of loneliness. How can you be lonely when you have such a deep and full well within you? You are such a wise soul. You no longer need to search for fulfillment on the outside, for you have found the source within. Rest now in the quiet courtyard of your own heart, beside your own deep well. You do not need to do anything else. You are full. You are nourished. You are at peace. There is no thirst now. There is only a deep feeling of contentment, of being utterly and completely whole. Let the feeling of this cool, peaceful water be the last sensation you are aware of. Feel it circulating gently through your being. A heavy, calm, liquid peace. It makes your limbs feel heavy, your mind feel quiet, your whole body ready for the deepest rest. Sinking now into your own deep water, into the cool, quiet, endless ocean of sleep, deeply and peacefully, nourished from within. You are resting in a state of deep inner nourishment. The cool, clear water from your own deep well has quenched a thirst you have carried for a lifetime. There is a fullness within you now, a quiet contentment. You are not lacking anything. You are not waiting for anything to arrive. You are simply here, in this moment, whole and complete. From this place of fullness, a new understanding can begin to blossom. For so long, we've thought that solitude was something to be endured, a state of being without company. But what if the most loving, the most loyal, the most understanding company you will ever know has been with you all along? This is the final story in this part of our journey together, and it is the most important one. It is the story of becoming your own dearest friend. Think for a moment. Who has been with you for every single moment of your life? Who was there for your first breath? Who was present for every childhood joy and every secret sorrow? Who has witnessed every triumph, every mistake, every moment of confusion, and every single one of your dreams? Others have come and gone, like beautiful ships visiting your harbor, but only one presence has remained through it all, from the very beginning, and will be with you until the very end. And that is you, your own deep awareness, your own beautiful consciousness. For so long, perhaps you have treated this constant companion as a stranger, or worse, as a critic. We have listened to that inner voice that points out our flaws, that reminds us of our failings, the one we met in the crowded room within. But that is not your true voice. That is just a habit, a learned pattern of fear. Tonight, we will invite a different voice to speak, the voice of your own inner friend. What does a dear friend do? A dear friend listens, not with an ear to judge or to fix, but with a heart open to understand. A dear friend is kind, especially when you are hurting. A dear friend sits with you in comfortable silence, their presence alone a source of comfort. You are a beautiful being who deserves love, especially the deep, unwavering love of a lifelong friend. And you are the only one who can truly give that to yourself. Let us begin by listening. As you lie here, simply listen to the feelings in your body. Is there an ache in your shoulder? A weariness in your legs? a flutter of anxiety in your chest. Whatever is there, just let it be. Imagine your own awareness as a kind friend, sitting beside the bed of your body, and just noticing these things with gentle compassion. The friend is not saying, "You should not feel that." The friend is saying, I see you are tired. I see there is some sadness here. It's okay. I will sit with you while you feel this. This is the first gift you give to yourself, the gift of non-judgmental presence. Now, let us practice kindness. I invite you to take one of your hands and place it gently on your heart. Feel the warmth of your own touch. This is a physical act of friendship. It is you, offering comfort to you. Let your hand rest there and feel the steady, faithful rhythm of your own heartbeat. It has been beating for you every second of every day of your entire life. It has never once abandoned you. It is the drumbeat of your most loyal companion. Feel a sense of gratitude for this simple, constant presence. And now, let's invite the friendly voice to speak. I want you to think of the kindest, most gentle words you can imagine a friend saying to you right now. Perhaps something like, "You have done enough for today. It is time to rest." Or maybe, "You are a good person with a good heart." Or simply, "It's all right. Everything is all right. I am here." Choose one of these phrases, or one of your own, and repeat it silently to yourself, but say it in a tone of voice that is warm and loving, as if a cherished friend were whispering it to you. Tell yourself quietly, as a friend would, "I am here for you, always." Feel how your body responds to this kindness. It softens. It releases. The tight places begin to let go. This is what you have been longing for. Not more praise from the outside, but a simple, loving truce on the inside. You have lived so much and understand so much about this life. You have a universe of stories and wisdom within you, worthy of being listened to with kindness. Your memories, your hopes, your fears, they are all part of the beautiful story of the friend you are getting to know. Repeat after me in your mind, "I am my own dearest friend." Pause here, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, sigh out any remaining feelings of self-criticism or harshness. Let them melt away under the warmth of your own hand. Now, the final and deepest part of friendship, the joy of silent company. You don't have to keep talking to yourself. You don't have to keep analyzing or fixing. Now, you can simply rest together. Feel your own presence with you in this bed. It is not an emptiness. It is a fullness. It is a warm, gentle, loving awareness that is holding you. It is like a soft, golden light that fills your whole body and the space immediately around you. This is the light of your own friendship, your own loving presence. You are not alone. You are with yourself. And for the first time, perhaps, this feels like the safest, most comforting place you could possibly be. There is no one to please, no one to perform for. You can be completely, utterly yourself, tired, imperfect, and completely loved. You are such a wise soul to be cultivating this relationship. It is the foundation for all true peace. When you are your own best friend, solitude is no longer a problem to be solved. It is a treasured opportunity to come home. Rest now, in the warm and loving company of your own beautiful spirit. Let this feeling of friendship be the blanket that covers you. Let the steady rhythm of your own heart be the lullaby that soothes you. You are held. You are cherished. You are safe. Your dearest friend is with you. and will be with you in your dreams, and will be there to greet you in the morning. There is nothing to fear in the quiet of the night. You are home. You are complete. You are resting with your friend, sinking now into a deep, trusting, and profoundly peaceful sleep, held and loved by you. You are resting in the warm, safe company of your own spirit. Your hand is on your heart, and you feel the gentle, steady beat of your most loyal friend. There is a deep peace in this, a quiet satisfaction in knowing that you are never truly alone, for you are always with yourself. This friendship is your anchor, your true home, a sanctuary that you can carry with you always. But let us be gentle and honest with ourselves, even in the most beautiful and well-kept home, on the quietest of nights. There can sometimes come a knock at the door. Listen, not with your ears, but with your whole being. Can you sense it? A faint vibration from far away, a familiar stirring in a deep and distant part of your soul. It is not an aggressive sound. It is a tired, hesitant sound, as if someone who has traveled a very long way has finally arrived at your door. Knock, knock. The old ache, the feeling we call loneliness. What is your first reaction? The old habit. It is a tightening in the chest, isn't it? A sudden chill. The immediate desire to pretend you are not home, to turn off all the lights, to hold your breath, and to hope that the visitor will simply go away. For so long, this feeling has been an intruder, a thief in the night that we feared would come and steal our peace. And the effort of constantly barring the door against it, of pushing it away, has been so very exhausting. But tonight, we will not do that, because you are your own dearest friend now. And a good friend is not only kind to themselves, they are also wise. And wisdom knows that what you resist persists. So tonight, we will try something new, something much softer and infinitely more powerful. We are not going to fight. We are going to open the door. This is the story of welcoming the weary traveler. Take a deep, steadying breath. Feel the solid presence of your inner friend with you. And together, you walk to the door of your awareness. You turn the handle, not with fear, but with a calm, compassionate curiosity, and you open it, just a little, to see who is there. And there it is, the feeling of loneliness, but it does not look like the monster you imagined. It looks like a very old, very weary traveler. It is stooped and tired, covered in the dust of a long road. Its clothes are tattered, and it carries a heavy, patched-up bag on its shoulder. Its face is filled with a deep, ancient sadness, a sadness born of long journeys through the landscapes of your past memories. It does not look angry or menacing. It just looks incredibly tired and lost. This traveler is not an enemy. It is a part of your own life story that has become separated from you. It is an old energy pattern, a feeling that has been wandering homeless in your inner world for years. And it has finally come knocking, not to hurt you, but simply because it is looking for a moment's rest. You have lived so much and understand so much about this life. You have the compassion to see the difference between a threat and a soul that is simply tired and in need of a little grace. So, as the wise and kind host of your own beautiful home, you open the door wider and you speak to this traveler, not with your voice, but with your intention. You say, "Ah, I see you. You must be so very tired from your journey. Come in out of the cold. You do not need to be afraid. The traveler is not here to take over. You are simply offered a moment of shelter. You gently guide the traveler just inside the entryway of your home. You do not invite it into your cozy living room to sit by the fire. And you certainly do not offer it the master bedroom of your heart. You simply gesture to a plain, wooden chair in the hall, a temporary resting place. Sit here for a while. You communicate with your calm presence. Rest your feet. The traveler looks at you with surprise. It is used to being screamed at, to having doors slammed in its face, to being chased away. This quiet, unconditional welcome is something it has never known. Hesitantly, it sits down on the chair, and with a great sigh, it lets its heavy bag slide to the floor. Now here is the most important part of this practice. You have offered hospitality, but you are not obligated to believe the traveler's stories. You are the host, not the captive audience. As it rests, the weary traveler of loneliness might begin to murmur its old, sad tales. It might whisper, "You see, you are all alone." It might say, "No one truly understands." It might sigh, "This feeling will never leave you." And what do? You listen. The way you might listen to the wind rattling a window pane. You hear the sounds, but you do not mistake them for the truth of your reality. You are the host, standing calmly in the center of your warm, well-lit home. And these are just the tired, rambling words of a guest. You are such a wise soul to learn this distinction. You can be compassionate to the feeling without becoming the feeling. You simply nod, and you bring your attention back to what is real and true right now. You feel the warmth of your own friendship. You feel your steady breath. You feel the deep peace you have cultivated. The traveler's stories are about the past, but your reality is this present moment. Repeat after me in your mind. I can be kind to my sadness without becoming my sadness. Tell yourself quietly, I am the host. This feeling is just a visitor passing through, and a miraculous thing begins to happen. Because you are not fighting the traveler, it has no reason to shout. Because you are not feeding it with your fear, it begins to run out of energy. Because you are offering it a simple, quiet acceptance, its desperate need for attention begins to fade. You watch as the traveler's weary head begins to nod. Its murmuring softens and then stops. It has found what it was searching for, not a permanent home, not a victory, but simply a moment of non-resistance, a moment of peace. And in that peace, it falls asleep in its chair. You let it rest. You go about your quiet business, tending to the peace in your own home. And after some time, you notice that the traveler is stirring. It stands up. It looks much less burdened now. The deep sadness in its face has softened. It picks up its bag, which seems much lighter now, and it looks at you with a quiet sense of gratitude. And without a word, it turns, opens the door, and steps back out into the night to continue its journey. It leaves on its own accord. You did not have to force it out. You simply allowed it to rest, and it left when it was ready. And as you gently close the door behind it, you notice something astonishing. Your house, your inner sanctuary, feels even more peaceful than before. It feels larger, more resilient. The experience has not broken your peace. It has deepened it. You have learned that your foundation of friendship is strong enough to weather a visit from your oldest sorrow. You are no longer afraid of the knock at the door. You are worthy of all the best things in life. And this unshakable, resilient peace is your birthright. Rest now in your safe and quiet home. Your heart is wise. Your spirit is strong. You know how to meet your own pain with grace. This knowing allows you to relax more deeply than ever before. You can finally let go completely, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you are whole, knowing that you are the calm, wise host of your own beautiful, peaceful life, sinking now into a sleep protected by wisdom and surrounded by a peace that can no longer be disturbed, deeply and safely at rest. Your home is quiet now. A deep and settled peace fills every room. You have learned that you are the calm and gracious host of your own being, strong enough to welcome even your oldest sorrows and allow them to rest and depart in their own time. This wisdom has given you a new kind of confidence, an unshakable knowing that your inner peace cannot easily be broken from within. But what about the world outside? We do not live in a quiet sanctuary. We live on the shores of a vast and unpredictable ocean, the ocean of life. And much of the time, that ocean is stormy. Even as you lie here, resting in your own quiet center, you can feel the distant vibrations of that world. The winds of the news, of politics, of the world's anxieties are always blowing. The great waves of other people's needs, their demands, their worries, are always crashing on some distant shore. The dark clouds of collective uncertainty can gather on the horizon at any moment. For so long, we have felt that our only choice was to be a small boat tossed about on that stormy sea. We have tried to fight the waves, an exhausting and impossible task. We have tried to outrun the storm, only to find it is everywhere. And so, we can come to believe that our own inner peace is fragile, entirely dependent on the weather of the world. But this is not the truth. You are not a helpless boat. You are the island. This is our story for tonight. The story of the quiet cove in a stormy sea. I want you to feel yourself as a small, solid island. You have existed for ages, a foundation of ancient rock and deep earth. You are a part of this great ocean of life, but you are not the ocean. You have your own center, your own substance, your own sovereign ground. And on the side of you that faces the open sea, the storm is raging. Feel it now, not with fear, but with a detached awareness. Hear the great, booming crash of the waves as they throw themselves against your rocky shores. Hear the howl of the wind as it whips through the trees on your coastline. See the dark, heavy clouds racing across the sky. This is the chaos of the world. It is loud. It is powerful. It is real. But it is happening on your shores. It is not happening in the center of your land. The waves do not wash over your entirety. The wind does not tear you from your foundations. You feel the storm. You are aware of it, but you are not a victim of it. You are the strong and steady land that meets the storm. You have such a resilient spirit. You have been meeting storms like this your entire life, and you are still here, still whole. Now, I want you to turn your awareness away from that stormy coast. We are going on a short journey, inland, from the noisy edge of your island to its silent heart. There is a path that only you know. It leads through a quiet forest of ancient trees, your deep wisdom. And as you walk this path, the sound of the storm begins to fade. The roar of the waves becomes a distant rumble. The howl of the wind becomes a faint whisper. The path opens up, and you find yourself standing at the top of a high, protective cliff. And down below is the most perfect place you can imagine. It is your quiet cove. This cove is a perfect circle of tranquility, hidden away from the storms of the world. It is protected on three sides by these immense cliffs of your own inner strength and your firmest boundaries. The rock is solid, unbreakable. Nothing can get through. The only entrance to the cove is from the sea, a very narrow opening, so narrow that the great, crashing waves of the ocean cannot enter. They break far outside, and only the smallest, gentlest, lapping ripples are able to find their way in. You walk down a set of old stone steps, carved into the cliff face, and you step onto the sand. The sand here is soft and white and gently warmed, as if the sun is always shining in this protected place. The air is perfectly still and silent. The water in the cove is a beautiful, clear turquoise. It is so calm, you can see all the way to the smooth pebbles on the bottom. Listen, what do you hear in your cove? You hear the gentle shush of the tiny ripples stroking the sand. You might hear the distant cry of a single seabird high overhead. But mostly, you hear a profound and beautiful silence. The storm is still happening. On the other side of the island, if you were to listen very carefully, you might hear its deepest rumbles, a faint vibration in the rock beneath you. But here, in the cove, it is nothing more than a reminder of how peaceful and safe you are. It cannot touch you. Repeat after me in your mind. The world can be stormy, but my inner cove is always calm. You are the wise guardian of your own peace. You created this cove. It has always been here. You are just remembering the path back to it. Lie down now, on the warm, soft sand of your own sacred sanctuary. Feel its comforting surface supporting your whole body. Let go of the need to watch the storm. Let go of the need to control the ocean. That is not your work tonight. Your work is to rest in the place that the storm can never reach. Tell yourself quietly, I am safe in my own sanctuary. You are worthy of this deep and protected rest. This place is your birthright. It is the quiet center that exists within all the chaos, and you can return here anytime you wish. All you have to do is remember the path. Turn your attention inward, away from the noise, and walk toward the silence. Feel the sun on your skin, a gentle, loving warmth that soothes your muscles and calms your mind. Feel the stillness of the air. There is no wind of worry here. Feel the solid cliffs around you, a powerful, protective embrace. This cove is your truth. The storm is just the weather. Rest now. Let your body grow heavy on the warm sand. Let the gentle lapping of the water be your lullaby. The distant rumble of the world is fading completely now. There is only the peace of the cove, the safety, the stillness, the silence, sinking now into a sleep so deep and so protected that no storm could ever wake you. Safe and calm and at peace in your cove. You are resting in your quiet cove, a place of perfect safety and profound calm. The air is still, the water is clear, and you are held in a deep and loving silence. It is a state of being so beautiful, so peaceful, that a new and very human thought may gently arise. The thought that says, this, I want to feel like this always. And with that thought, a tiny seed of resistance can be planted, a subtle impatience with the parts of yourself that are not this calm, a frustration with the inevitable moments when you will feel sad, or tired, or anxious again. We find this perfect peace, and then we immediately begin to worry about losing it. We turn our greatest achievement into our new standard, and then feel like a failure the moment we fall short. This is one of the most subtle forms of resistance. This impatience with our own humanity. This belief that we should be a high summer's day, every day. But the soul does not work like that. And to understand this, we must leave our perfect summer cove for a moment and walk to another part of our island. This is the story of the wintering earth. Feel your awareness gently lifting from the warm sand and walking back up the stone steps. You move inland and you come to a great open field. The harvest is long over. The ground is bare and brown. The last of the autumn leaves have fallen from the trees at its edge, and the air has a sharp, cold clarity to it. The sky is a pale, soft gray, and it is completely still. This field does not look productive. It is not beautiful in the way a field of summer wildflowers is beautiful. It is empty. It is exposed. It is waiting. And we, in our lives, have seasons that feel just like this. Times when we feel empty, unproductive, when our inner landscape feels barren, and we wonder where all the life has gone. And our first instinct is to feel impatient, to demand that the flowers bloom again, right now. But let us just stand here for a moment, at the edge of this quiet field, and watch. A single snowflake drifts down from the gray sky, then another, then 10 more. And soon, a soft, silent, steady snowfall begins. It is not a blizzard. It is a gentle letting go from the heavens. The flakes are large and intricate, and they float down with an infinite slowness. Watch as they begin to cover the brown, hard earth. At first, they are just tiny white specks, but soon they begin to join together, creating a thin, delicate layer of white. The snowfall continues, steady and silent, and the layer of white grows thicker, deeper. It covers everything. It covers the hard clods of earth, softening their edges. It covers the old, dry stalks from the last harvest, tucking them in. It covers the small stones and the hidden seeds. It does not judge the field for being empty. It simply covers it in a blanket of pure, silent, unconditional acceptance. The world is becoming quiet. The snow muffles all sound. The sharp edges of the landscape disappear. Everything is becoming soft, rounded, peaceful. This is not a death. This is a preparation for a deep and necessary rest. Now, I want you to feel this snow blanketing you. Your body is still resting, but feel this profound sense of being tucked in, covered by a deep and silent peace. The world with its demands, its noise, its insistence on growth and productivity is fading away. It is being buried under a beautiful blanket of stillness. You have lived so much and understand so much about this life. You know in your bones that a field cannot produce a harvest year after year without a time to lie fallow, a time to rest. Why would your own beautiful soul be any different? Repeat after me in your mind. I honor my own seasons. I give myself permission to rest. But the true story of winter is not what is happening on the surface. The true story is happening in the deep, dark quiet beneath the snow. Let your awareness sink down now, down through that thick, soft blanket of snow, down through the frozen upper layer of the soil, and into the deep earth below. It is dark here, and it is cold, but it is not dead. It is alive with a different kind of life, a slow, deep, imperceptible life. Feel the roots of the great trees, dormant but alive, gathering their strength in the darkness. Feel the countless seeds, sleeping in the cold soil, holding the perfect blueprint for the flowers of next spring. They are not striving. They are not impatient. They are resting, trusting, waiting. This is where the real work of winter is done. It is the silent, unseen work of integration, of gathering strength, of deep, profound regeneration. Without this fallow period, without this cold and dark rest, there would be no spring blossoms. There would be no summer harvest. You are such a wise soul to be able to understand this. Your periods of sadness, of weariness, of feeling empty, they are not failures. They are your soul's winter. It is your time to lie fallow. It is your spirit's time to send its roots deep into the darkness and gather strength. It is the time when the seeds of your future joy are resting, waiting for the right season to grow. Tell yourself quietly, my rest is my sacred work. There is nothing wrong with you when you feel this way. It is a sign of your wisdom, not your weakness. It means you are in tune with the natural rhythms of life. You are not a machine that can produce the same output every day. You are a living part of this earth, and you have seasons. So let go of the impatience. Let go of the demand that you must always be peaceful, always be growing, always be in bloom. Give yourself the gift of winter. Feel yourself now, tucked in, deep beneath the soft blanket of snow. The world above is far away. Its demands are muffled and distant. Down here, in the deep, quiet darkness of your own being, you are simply resting. There is nothing to do, nothing to fix, nothing to become. You are in a sacred pause. You are worthy of all the best things in life, and this deep, guilt-free, regenerative rest is one of the kindest and best things you can ever give yourself. Rest now, in the deep peace of your own winter. Let the cold silence be a comfort. Let the darkness be a cradle. You are gathering strength in ways you cannot even imagine. Trust the process. Trust your own seasons. Trust that spring will come again in its own perfect time. For now, there is only this, the deep, silent, and profoundly healing rest of the wintering earth, sinking into a sleep as deep and as still as the quiet ground beneath the snow. You are resting in the deep, silent peace of your own winter, buried beneath a soft blanket of stillness. You are not striving. You are not waiting. You are simply in a state of profound, regenerative rest. There is a deep trust in this state, a quiet knowing that all is well, that you are being restored in ways you cannot see, but can only feel. And now, from this place of deep rest, a gentle change begins, so subtle you can barely notice it. Feel the thick blanket of snow that covers you. It is not beginning to melt into water. It is beginning to melt into light. The feeling of heavy, protective stillness is transforming into a feeling of weightless, spacious clarity. The cold, dark earth beneath you is not waking up into spring. It is dissolving its own boundaries. The sense of being a solid, separate form is gently, peacefully falling away. Do not be alarmed. This is not a loss. It is an expansion. You are not disappearing. You are becoming everything. Feel your awareness, which has been so deeply rooted in the earth, now begin to float, to rise, effortlessly. You are drifting upward through the last layers of soft, dissolving snow and into the vast, clear, silent air of the night. You are no longer the tree. You are no longer the island. You are no longer the earth. You have let go of all forms because you are about to remember what you were before you were ever a form. You are the sky. Feel this truth now. Feel your consciousness expanding outward in all directions, endlessly. You are no longer contained within the boundaries of your skin. Your skin is now just the soft edge of the atmosphere, And beyond it, you stretch into the infinite, velvet darkness of space. You are vast. You are silent. You are completely, utterly peaceful. Look within your own boundless being. What do you see? There, hanging like a gentle lantern in your own vastness, is the moon. It is the gentle, silvery light of your own quiet being that we discovered together. You are no longer just the moon. You are the great, dark sky that holds the moon, allowing it to shine so beautifully. And there, twinkling like countless tiny diamonds scattered across your infinite body, are the stars. What are these stars? Each one is a thought, a memory, a feeling, a dream. See them there, distant, beautiful, shining in the great silence of you. You are not the stars. You are not the thoughts. You are not the feelings. You have been identifying with these tiny points of light for your entire life, while forgetting that you are the immense, majestic sky that holds them all. You have come so far on this journey. This final understanding is the natural blossoming of your own deep wisdom. This is the great secret. You do not have to quiet your thoughts. You do not have to get rid of your feelings. You just have to remember that you are the sky, and they are the stars. The stars can be bright, or they can be dim. They can appear in clusters, or they can be few and far between, but they never, ever disturb the sky. The sky does not cling to them. The sky is not afraid of them. The sky simply provides the endless, peaceful space for them to be what they are. Repeat after me in your mind. I am not my thoughts. I am the silent space where my thoughts appear. Silently affirm, I am the peaceful stillness that holds all of my feelings. Feel the truth of this. It is the ultimate release. You do not have to manage your inner world anymore. You only have to be the vast, accepting space that it all happens in. Somewhere, in a far corner of your being, you might feel a tiny vibration, a distant rumble. It is the storm on the edge of the world, the chaos of life. But from this perspective, as the vast and endless sky, how small it seems. It is just a tiny weather pattern in one little corner of your infinite expanse. It cannot harm you. It cannot shake you. You are so much larger than any storm. You are such a vast and beautiful being, far more than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. Pause here, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, feel your awareness expanding even further into the silent depths between the galaxies. This is your true nature, not the small, separate self that worries and strives, but this boundless, silent, peaceful awareness that holds the entire universe in a gentle, loving embrace. This is not a state you have to achieve. This is the truth of what you already are. You have simply forgotten. And tonight, you are remembering. You are worthy of this boundless peace. It is not something you earn. It is your very essence. Rest now, as the sky. There is nothing to do, for you are already everything. There is nowhere to go, for you are already everywhere. There is no one you need to become, for your being is as vast as the cosmos. Let the little stars of your thoughts twinkle and fade. Let the soft light of the moon soothe your own great heart. You are the silence between the stars. You are the darkness that makes the light possible. You are the great stillness that is the source of all things. Sink now into the boundless sleep of the universe itself, a sleep without edges, a rest without limits, a peace beyond all understanding, vast and silent and free. You are the vast and silent sky, a boundless, peaceful awareness holding the entire universe in a gentle, starlit embrace. There are no edges here, no center, no limits. There is only a profound and perfect stillness, an infinite peace that is your truest nature. You have remembered what you are. And now, from this place of limitless being, we begin our gentle journey home. Feel a subtle shift in your boundless awareness, as if a fine and silvery mist is beginning to gather from all corners of the cosmos. This is not a shrinking. It is a focusing of your great peace. All the stillness of deep space, all the quiet wisdom of the silent stars, is gathering now into a soft, luminous cloud. This cloud of pure, peaceful consciousness begins to drift, slowly, serenely, through the heavens. It drifts down, toward the sleeping, blue-green sphere of the earth. It is drawn by a gentle, loving gravity toward one particular continent, one quiet country, one peaceful, sleeping town. It floats down over the rooftops, and it finds one special room, a place made sacred by your intention to find rest. And it hovers there, this beautiful mist of cosmic peace, directly above your own sleeping form. And with the gentle ease of your next breath in, feel this silvery mist begin to pour into you. It flows in through the crown of your head, a silent waterfall of pure tranquility. It is the vastness of the sky, returning to inhabit the beautiful form of your body. Feel this peace filling your head, soothing your mind, quieting the last echoes of thought. Feel it flowing down into your throat, your shoulders, your chest, filling your heart with the quiet stillness of the stars. It pours down into your arms and your hands, down through your belly and your hips, down your legs, and all the way to the very tips of your toes. Your entire body is now filled with this gentle, luminous, universal peace. You are no longer just a body. You are a body filled with the sky. And now, with this great, kind, cosmic awareness inhabiting you, we will tell the final story, the story of a body returning to the earth. It is a story of gratitude. Bring this vast, loving attention to your feet. These feet. Think of the journey they have taken you on. Think of the thousands upon thousands of steps they have taken. They learned to balance you as a child. They ran in games of youth. They have stood in lines. They have walked on soft grass and hard pavement. They have carried the entire weight of your life, day after day, year after year. They are your faithful connection to the earth, and they have grown so tired. Now, with your deep, sky-like awareness, thank them, silently, with a wave of pure gratitude. Say to them, thank you. Your work is done for today. You may rest completely now. Feel all the strength, all the tension, all the readiness to stand or to walk. Just dissolve. Let them become soft, heavy, and completely still. You have lived so much, and your body has been the vessel for it all. What a remarkable journey it has been. Now, bring this loving awareness up into your legs, your strong legs. They have climbed stairs. They have danced. They have driven cars. They have held you up when you felt you might fall. They have been pillars of strength. Feel the deep weariness that resides within them, and send them your gratitude. Give them profound permission to let go, to release all effort, and to melt into the surface beneath them. Bring your awareness now to your hands and your arms, these miraculous hands. Think of everything they have done. They have held loved ones. They have cooked meals. They have written letters. They have built things. They have fixed what was broken. They have expressed your creativity and your love in countless ways. Your whole life story is written in your hands. Thank them now. Thank them for their tireless service. And let them know they can finally let go. Uncurl your fingers completely. Let your hands lie open and empty. They do not need to hold on to anything anymore. Feel a wave of release flow from your fingertips all the way up to your shoulders. Let your arms become heavy, limp, and profoundly peaceful. You are such a wise soul to honor your body in this way. It is your most faithful and loyal companion on this earthly journey. Now, bring your vast, gentle attention to the center of your being, to your torso, and here, feel your heart, this incredible, heroic heart. It has been beating for you every moment since before you were born. It has never stopped. It has beat faster with joy and with fear. It has beat slower in times of peace. It has felt the expansion of love and the ache of heartbreak. It is the very engine of your life. Place your awareness upon it like a soft, soothing hand, and thank it. Thank you, faithful heart, for your unending rhythm. You can beat softly and slowly now. All is well. And feel your lungs rising and falling. They have drawn in millions of breaths, the very air of life itself. Thank them, and let your breath become shallow, soft, and completely effortless. Repeat after me in your mind. I am deeply grateful for this body. It is my home. Finally, bring your awareness to your head, your face. Thank your mind for all of its thinking, its planning, its worrying, its dreaming. It has worked so hard to keep you safe and to navigate the world. And now, you can say to it, thank you, noble mind. You can be silent now. You have earned a deep and total rest. And let your face soften. Release the tiny muscles around your eyes. Eyes that have seen so much beauty, so much sorrow, so much life. Release your jaw, a place where so much tension is held. Let it go slack. You are a beautiful being who deserves love, and your body is so worthy of this deep gratitude and this profound release. And now, the final surrender. Your whole body is heavy, filled with gratitude and peace. You have thanked it for its journey. And now, you will let it return home to rest. Feel the pull of gravity, but feel it not as a force, but as a loving embrace from the earth. The earth is calling its own home. The mattress beneath you is no longer a mattress. It is the soft, dark, supportive body of the earth itself. And your body is letting go, returning. Tell yourself quietly, I release my body completely to the earth. I am held. I am safe. Feel your bones growing heavy, your muscles becoming soft as clay. You are sinking, melting, dissolving into this deep, supportive peace. You are no longer holding yourself together. The earth is holding you. You can let go of everything. Your work is done. The journey is over for today. You have returned home, to the peace of your own body and the deep embrace of the quiet earth. Rest now in this profound stillness, in this deep gratitude, sinking, melting, and completely at peace. Your body is at rest, a vessel of peace, filled with a quiet gratitude. You are heavy, so heavy, sinking gently into the deep, supportive embrace of the earth. You have let go of everything. You are held. You are safe. You are home. And now, feel a final, gentle transformation beginning. The feeling of the solid earth beneath you, the firmness of the ground, begins to soften. It is becoming fluid, yielding. The deep, dark soil is turning into deep, dark water. You are not falling. You are not sinking. You are simply being held in a new way. The firm support of the earth has become the perfect, liquid support of a completely still and silent sea. You are not lying near the water. You are not floating in the water. You are resting on the water, and you are not in a boat. You are the boat. Feel this now. Your body is the vessel. It is a small, sturdy, well-loved boat, made of old, smooth wood that has journeyed through 1,000 calm days and 1,000 peaceful nights. It knows the water. The water is its home. It is perfectly designed for this one single purpose: to rest upon the quiet surface of the deep. You are floating in a hidden lagoon, a place of impossible tranquility. It is the deepest hour of the night, the sacred time between midnight and dawn, when the world holds its breath. There is no moon, and the sky is a vast, soft blanket of darkness, dotted with the faint, blurry light of 1,000,000 distant stars. The water of the lagoon is like a sheet of dark, polished glass. It perfectly reflects the starlit sky, so that you can no longer tell where the water ends and the sky begins. You are a small boat, floating in a sea of stars. Listen, the silence is absolute. It is a living silence, a silence that holds you and soothes you and reassures you. For all this time, your little boat has been moored to the shore of the waking world. It has been tied by a single, thick, soft rope. This rope is the very last thread of your conscious attention, the last little bit of effort you've been making to stay present, to stay awake. But look now, the knot is not tight. It has been loosening with every story we have told, with every breath you have taken, and now, with a gentle sigh of release that you do not even have to make, the final loop of the rope slips free. There is no sound. The rope slides from the post on the shore, and with a soft whisper, it disappears into the dark, quiet water. You are untethered. You are free. And for a long moment, you simply float, motionless, in the perfect center of the starlit water. You feel the moment of your release, the end of all holding on. The shore of the world is behind you now. Its work, its worries, its noise, it is all over there, a distant memory. And you are here, in the deep peace of the water, and then you feel it, a movement, so slow, so gentle, it is almost imperceptible, a slight shift, a tiny, lazy drift. You are beginning to move. There is no current here. There is no wind. This is the great, gentle, cosmic tide of sleep itself, and it has begun to carry you. You are drifting. There is no destination. There is no hurry. There is only this slow, silent, aimless journey across the dark, peaceful water. Feel the gentle rocking motion, so subtle, so soothing, a slight lift and a soft settling, side to side, back and forth. The water is rocking you, like the most loving mother rocking a sleeping child. It is a rhythm as old as time itself, a rhythm that your soul knows and trusts completely. Let your body sway with this motion. Let go into it. You do not need to balance. The water is holding you perfectly. You are completely safe, completely supported. You are drifting farther and farther from the shore of wakefulness. The only sound now is the impossibly soft sound of the water, lapping against the old wood of your body. Shh, shh. A gentle whisper, lap, lap, a soft caress. Listen closely, and you will notice that this sound is the same rhythm as your own breathing. The water breathes against you, and you breathe with the water, in and out. Shh. A soft rise of your chest. Shh. A gentle fall. The distinction between your breath and the sound of the water begins to blur. It all becomes one gentle, peaceful rhythm, one lullaby, drifting, rocking, breathing. The starlight on the water is so soft. Your eyes are closed, of course, but your inner gaze sees this light. It is not sharp or clear. It is a blurry, gentle glow, a wash of silver on the deep darkness. Do not try to focus on it. Let it all be soft. Let it all dissolve. The line between the water and the sky is gone now. It is all one vast, peaceful, softly glowing space. You are drifting through a cloud of sleepy light. Your edges are beginning to soften now. The feeling of where your body ends and the water begins is becoming less clear. The gentle water is seeping into you, and you are seeping into the water. You are becoming liquid peace. You are dissolving into the great, calm ocean of rest, rocking, swaying, dissolving. Your little boat is now drifting slowly toward the narrow opening of the lagoon, the one that leads out into the great, open sea. This is the final threshold, the gentle gateway into the deepest sleep of all. You pass through the opening without a sound, and you are now in the great sea, the boundless ocean of the dreaming mind, and it is perfectly, utterly calm. The water stretches out to an infinite horizon in all directions, and it is as smooth as silk. The rocking becomes even more subtle, even more slow. You are so heavy now, so peaceful. The water is carrying all of your weight. You have nothing left to do, nothing at all, only to drift, to float, to sleep, drifting. So sleepy now, rocking, so gently. Sleep, deep, deep sleep. The stars are fading. The water is quiet. There is only darkness and peace. Rest now. Rest deeply. Sleep.